Hey, Mark here. I'm going to do a review of the Norwegian Sun. If you've seen my other reviews, I've been on 2 dozen cruises now with my wife, and we've been on all of the lines from Norwegian to Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, Princess, all of them. There's so many, Holland America, I can't even remember them all. But this is a review on the Norwegian Sun. A few years ago, we were on the Norwegian Sky, which is a sister ship to the Norwegian Sun. So if you look up the Norwegian Sky review, it'll be probably very similar to the Norwegian Sun. First off, embarkation and debarkation went nice and smooth. No problems getting on the ship or off the ship. As far as the ship is concerned, I like the way the layout is. For instance, the buffet has 3 sections and it's all identical food, so you don't have to sort of end up in a cafeteria like system. If you go to the first place and there's a little crowd, you just go to the second place, which is another 20 feet ahead. And then there's another one outside, and they all have the same food. So you don't have to stand in line and wait and wait and wait. So I kind of like that. The food in the buffet was nothing to get excited about. Um, Pretty traditional food. There's always hot dogs, hamburgers. The hamburgers were dried out. I wouldn't get them. The hot dogs were pretty good. They were a lot like soubrettes with a harder skin. They had chili, which probably came from a can. Tasted a little like Hormel, which is good. Potato salad was actually very good, which is unusual because I'm very finicky when it comes to potato salad. Most of the other food, the hot dishes that they had on and off, were not very good. There was always something that didn't seem that exciting. Food also, that's where you could get breakfast. Breakfast was traditional scrambled eggs, bacon, brown and served sausages, potatoes. There was a line if you wanted to stand and get an omelet, you can do that, but we were good without it. Main dining room, breakfast, we went there once. The service was just so slow, we didn't bother to go back. I mean, you get a better selection of food there that you can't get at the buffet, but the wait was just a little too much. So we decided to basically just go to the buffet. The main dining room for dinner was hit and miss. The beef they did quite well. They had some nice steaks on the menu, and they were quite good. The other food was really more of a miss than a hit. The fish on most nights was not very good. The last night they had cod, and my wife got the cod, and it was very good. We tried different pork, different chicken. It just wasn't good. One night we had chicken wrapped in bacon, and unfortunately the chicken was just completely dry, so it wasn't very good. So it was hit and miss. I'd stick with the beef. I would stay away from most of the other dishes. Sticking with food, we went with another couple, and they went twice to the pay restaurants, the Italian and the steakhouse. They said the Italian was good and the steakhouse was great. So I see there's a pattern here where they seem to do beef very well, and everything else is kind of okay at best. Around the ship, there is pizza, thinnest pizza I ever saw. It's not really good and it's not really bad. The Norwegian Sun was an open bar cruise, and we went for the open bar because we had the open bar on the Sky, and we enjoyed it. The drinks were good. You could get pretty much anything you want. If you want top shelf liquor, you do have to get the upgraded premium beverage package, which, unless you're really a connoisseur of whiskeys, I probably wouldn't go with that. You can get mostly every mixed drink, every type of gin, scotch, bourbon, brandy, cordials, anything you want, unless you really go high end. So it's up to you if you want to pay the extra money. I don't see where it's worth it. Drinks on a cruise ship, my wife and I normally drink Long Island iced teas. That's our favorite. We tried everything they had on there, basically, all of their so called specialty drinks that they make. Havana Old Fashioned, the Floridita, there was the Hotel International, all these drinks that they came up with. A lot of them are just rum-based drinks, and at best, they were average. None were as good as the Long Island iced tea. They had the classics. They had the margarita. They had the mojitos. They were good, but you could get a classic margarita mojito almost anywhere. That's okay. Long Island iced tea still was the best drink out there. Of course, you can get the cordials. They got the Baileys, they got the Kaluas, they got the Amaretto di Serrano. They got some good stuff. Nice selection of beers. So all in all, we went really for the liquor. It was a 5 night cruise. We enjoy the hot tubs. There were 4 hot tubs. There's 2 swimming pools. If you go early, they're not too crowded. In the afternoon, they're going to get a lot more crowded. The shows themselves were very average at best, too. I mean, the singers and dancers, they tried, but, they were okay. They did okay. They, nothing special. As far as the type of food, if you want to go upscale on food, you're going to have to do like a Celebrity or a Royal Caribbean. Norwegian's very average on food. People don't seem to go on Norwegian for the food. They go for the alcohol and to have a good time. We had a great time. We relaxed. We enjoyed it. The bartenders basically were not as cheery as they were on the Sky. Very few were even smiling, and I don't know. Must have been a bad week for them. Who knows? But we had a good time. It was a nice 5 night relaxing cruise. We went to 3 ports in the Bahamas. Didn't get off the ship because we've been to the Bahamas and there's nothing exciting there to see. But on port day, 90% of the people get off the ship, and that's when you can enjoy the hot tubs and the pool without them being overcrowded. Um, the casino was pretty small. We played a little bit. It got busy in the evening because basically it's closed in port days. And since 3 of the 5 days we were in port, basically they don't open the casino till like 6 o'clock at night. So from 6 on, the casino was quite crowded. And it was a fairly small casino. The layout of the ship I enjoyed. There was 11 or 12 bars and lounges, so that was great. You could always get a drink, chill out, relax, have a good time. Um, it was nice. It was a nice, relaxing getaway. It didn't break the bank. We didn't overdo it with drinking. We got our money's worth. We had a lot of fun. We went with some good friends. We had a great time, and that's basically what it is. It was out of Port Canaveral, which I basically live in the Tampa area, so it's a lot better than driving to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, which is usually what we do to get a better selection of ships. But it was a nice cruise. It was very enjoyable, and like I say, if you're going for gourmet food, you're going to have to do Celebrity. You're going to have to do Royal Caribbean. For instance, on the menu here, you're not going to see anything like a beef Wellington. You're not going to see anything like a lobster. Surprisingly, they didn't even have shrimp on any of the dishes any night, which was kind of surprising because shrimp isn't the most expensive thing out there. But that gives you kind of an idea that they do cut back and don't expect much. If you're going to have a few drinks, relax, get away for a week, or they do 3 and 4 night cruises too, but we went on 5 night. You just want to relax, go in the pool, sit in a hot tub, have some fun. It's a good cruise. Don't spend too much money. Enjoy yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to put it down there, and I'll get back to you. Signing off and looking forward to the next cruise. Probably will be Celebrity. Have a good one, folks. Bye bye.